Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking. It means a lot if you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And you'll notice there's only two of us here. Where's Bitter? Turns out Bitter is in an old person home now because he actually got way too old, and so now he has to be in an old person home. You can ask Sky. Isn't it true, Sky? Isn't it true? We just had we had
Oh
to
yeah,
send him there because he just got so senile and
yeah. Get
old
us
in
into the
his
home.
elderly age. I mean, it's just no. Bitter gonna make it today, guys. So it's just us two, which means that we'll probably be debating about whether Edge of Extinction is a good season or not, which would be a good podcast. No, we're actually gonna rank the entire 42 cast 1 through 13. What do you think of the season so far? I mean, we're like four episodes in. We're about to hit the merge probably after next episode. I hear that it's actually a 2-hour merge episode, just like last season should have been. What do you think?
It's going good right now. I just hope to God that there's no stupid like merge thing like they did last time, which would be in 2 episodes from now, if I'm correct, right? So
rumor has it that it's gonna come back, but it's gonna be like more mild, and it's gonna be like okay, so last year
yeah,
when
what's
they
the
did
rumor?
like the amazing merge episode, but then the episode before that we had no boot, and we were like, okay, like if you just put these two episodes together, it would have been perfect, right? Well, this year I think they're gonna do that because the rumor is it's gonna be a 2-hour merge episode. So
Hey, I mean, I like that. That'd be awesome if that happens. I mean,
yeah,
really, the entire season I feel like has just been like what 41 should have been. Honestly,
right,
it just feels like this is just like a more complete version of the 41 because like there's no stupid like politics, there's no like identity
right,
politics, there's nothing like that. It's just people playing the game. The people that need to go home pre-merge so far, I think, have gone home pre-merge. Like, we didn't really need Zach. We didn't really
right.
need Jackson. Who's the third? We didn't
Mario.
really need Mariah. Jenny, we
I don't really
didn't
think
like.
we needed Jenny as
Yeah,
a
I don't think we
character. Yeah.
needed Jenny, but she was a good like
Right,
pre-merge
right.
character, obviously. And then the last boot in Swati, although we thought she was controlling the game, she wasn't like a
A
great
good
character or
character,
anything.
right?
We don't need her.
And for me, this is what seasons like Kagian and Dave vs. Goliath do perfectly. You have people like in Dave vs. Goliath, you have B and Natalia, like people like that who like, yes, they're not bad casting, but they need to go pre-merge because they're just not they're like not all of that. They're not worthy of getting to the merge. Seasons like that get those people out the door quickly. And again, you really can't put that on production, as obviously production can't tell them to vote out somebody. And that's why like a lot of it really is luck. And I feel like to me, this season is getting lucky in ways because they're doing the exact same twists, but the beware advantages are much more intriguing, much more mild, much better edited. Like to me, it's just like that they tried the exact same thing and they just got lucky. I think this time, which to me is like whatever, like you got lucky, I'll take it. Would I rather you actually have like a formula that works for this new era? Yeah, but if this season's going to be good, I'm not going to complain and say, well, you just got lucky because it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think for me, I see this season as being a rebound season. Hopefully, they can establish a better formula because I think from season 30 to 40, they like had a really good formula for their seasons. Like it felt like a distinct era. You know what I mean? Like and that era had a feeling and a formula that worked every single season. Even the bad seasons still kept that formula. And I think for me, like you want bad seasons to come from bad casts. Like 41's cast, although it was very unlikable, it wasn't even close to like a Ghost Allen like level of cast. And so to me, I feel like that season was bad because they didn't have the formula down. So hopefully they can get it down after seeing what worked in 42 and what didn't work in 41. Hopefully we can get a better season. And with that, I think let's get into our rankings. So as always, we go 1 through 13. 13 being the people who we think have the lowest chance of winning or are going to go next or are going to be a GOAT or are playing the worst games. It's usually all of those combined or one of those specifically, and then all the way up to the number one, the best player in the game right now, the player that has the best shot to win, the player who can win at the end, all the above. So I'm going to start with my 13, right? Is it 13?
Yeah.
Okay. I have Marianne yet again. And I think it's tough because my bottom three is very distinct. I feel like they could all go home this week. And really my bottom, I'd say my bottom four really could all go home this week. They're the four people from the three tribes that I feel like are on the chopping block. But I definitely feel like, to me, that this person on the bottom, Marianne, is the person that, if they go, is 100% going home. She has zero chance, because I think the only other person that could go is Omar, and Omar and Jonathan are buddy to the max. They're probably the biggest alliance in the entire game. So it would take Jonathan flipping on Omar, which I feel like to them makes no sense, as they already don't like Marianne as a person. Why would they then dump their main ally in their alliance to take Marianne, a player who's less reliable, a worse strategist, and probably has a better shot to win at the end, especially with her story? I don't know. To me, I think Marianne is like, if they go to tribal for some reason, although I think the edit is 100% screaming that they're going to make merge fully compact, I think Marianne definitely goes. And that's why she has to be at the bottom. I think it's literally a guarantee that if they go, like, you can basically turn off your TV at that point and just go to sleep, because she has to go home.
Okay. Yeah. See, with Marianne, the only problem is, like, her tribe most likely isn't going to go to tribal council.
Right.
If I thought her tribe was going to go to tribal council, she would be last place for me. But I don't think she is going to go to tribal council.
We kind of had this debate like last time. I just personally value like the guarantee more than like if they could win or they couldn't win. We don't really know if they're going to win. Like, someone can stumble, someone can not solve a challenge or puzzle correctly. Like, to me, guessing challenge winners and guessing people who are going to go home, I would take the second one there over the first one.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yep. Oh, and Sky is muted. So I am going to talk about how bad Edge.
I'm here. I'm back. Sorry. Go ahead. She's still low, but yeah. But right. For me, last place, because he's on the bottom of the tribe, and I think his tribe will, like, looking at it, his tribe will most likely go to tribal council next episode. I got Roxroy at 13. Oh look, now Survivor Spencer's muted. Anyway, I'll keep talking.
I just had to sneeze.
I have Roxroy at 13. I mean, it seems like all of his tribe just doesn't like him. Like, they think he's annoying.
Yeah.
The only reason he probably didn't go home this episode, because I feel like they probably would have voted him out, honestly, as Swati was being a little too good at the game, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Just playing a little bit too hard, I guess.
It seems like all the good players this season have been getting voted out. But yeah, so I just don't see how he doesn't go home with Ika. I mean, again, I didn't see Swati going home, but like this time it just seems like so like cut and dry that like he's gonna go home next, unless like Romeo and Dre are like, okay, well, I mean, we hate him, but like we might as well keep him around because he'll be easier to control in the merge. That could happen, but I still feel like they're probably gonna cave.
If I was on their tribe, I would vote out Tori, because Tori has shown that because Tori's shown that she's like, one, she could probably beat Roxroy at the end. Like, if we're talking like a one-on-one at the end with a jury, although they're both not really great for a jury, I think Tori hasn't really established herself yet as a GOAT, whereas Roxroy 100% has established himself as a GOAT. There's no way he wins a jury vote. And so that's one. Two, Tori's shown that she will connive, lie, flip on anyone who tries to work with her. And to me, that's just like, that's not what you want to bring into the merge. I would bring Roxroy, even though Roxroy is a nuisance. I think it only helps your alliance, because if they want to go after somebody, they're probably going to go after Roxroy. I don't know. He's also a great figurehead and meat shield. And I think Romeo wants Roxroy over Tori. And I think Romeo has pretty good control over this tribe. On top of that, Drea knows that Tori tried to go after her. So I don't know. To me, I would personally see them voting out Tori for so many different reasons. Even though Roxroy is definitely the player that is more likely to go, I think I personally would vote out Tori. Would you vote out Tori or Roxroy?
I would vote out Tori, but I think that they're gonna vote out Roxroy just based on like what happens and stuff like that. Cool. How they talk about Roxroy. I feel like that, and I feel like Tori, with her edit, is probably gonna stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like her edit like just kind of builds to her staying, and Roxroy is
set up perfectly.
Yeah, and Roxroy is really the only one that kind of like just feels out of place on the tribe. And like you said, a Roxroy final vote out in the pre-merge would be a good ending for it. So
yeah, it's just like the edit is building up to. Well, at first, like a few episodes ago, even all the way up until really last episode, until we saw them go and we got some strategy on their tribal last episode. I thought that like you're like big people who are gonna like be like the big blind sides coming up at like late pre-merge and early merge were Drea and Roxroy. I was right about the Roxroy. I was wrong about the Drea. It seems like they're trying to big up Drea as a person who would usually get booted out at the merge, but instead she's like getting a more complex edit. Like we've gotten Drea's
Yes,
point of
sir.
view like every single episode. Like we like continue to get it, and really for me, like the edit is so important for us to see your point of view. Someone like Lindsay has got no personal like content because it's always people saying, well, Lindsay's with me. It's never saying, it's never Lindsay saying, well, I'm with them. It's never from her perspective. And I think that's a good example of someone not getting a good edit as far as winners go.
Yeah, I agree.
That's your number 13?
Yeah, my number 13, Roxroy.
Okay. My number 12 is Daniel. I mean, is really anything I have to say?
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. My number 12 is Daniel, too.
I feel like, to me, Daniel is someone who I just don't know, like, what he's thinking. And so I purposely don't watch the sneak peeks for the next episode because I don't want to spoil the episode for myself. And I feel like watching the sneak peeks, you're literally watching half the episode. Like, they total up to, like, I think 15 minutes, and the episode runtime is 42 minutes. So you're literally watching half the episode. Like, well, what's the point at that point? So I don't watch the sneak peeks that are on the Survivor CBS YouTube channel. So, but I do like click on them and then go in the comments to see like what people's reaction is, so I can at least get a gauge for what it's going to be. And right before I filmed, I went in the comments for one of the videos that had like Daniel and Mike talking, and in the comments it was like looking like this could be Daniel's boot episode. So yeah, I think Daniel's time is coming. Definitely. I mean, he's not winning. He's gotten such a doofus edit. They would have tried to edit Chanel to be the doofus if Daniel was going to go far on this. I feel like there's no way that they would have doo-dooed on Daniel as hard as they did in the edit if Daniel was some big player in this. I feel like he's either a merge boot or a late pre-merge boot, and he might be like our genie from last season. Like there's this last boot that just has to go because his tribe loses the last minute challenge.
Yeah, I kind of see him as a merge boot, like maybe like an Adam type figure. I don't think Adam nearly ruined his game. I mean, he did, but like in Winners at War. But usually, like the merge boot is like some sort of like crazy personality or like someone that looked like they were doing good in the game, and that Daniel falls into that. He doesn't look like he's doing good in the game, but he was a crazy personality. So
you're right about that. Usually, it's someone who could win the game, because they usually don't boot out like a non-threat, and it's someone who's like a big character. It's usually not some nobody, and I feel like that's why I thought Drea for the longest time. But we keep getting Drea's perspective, and it's not really a negative edit at all. So
it's more just kind of like
you're right. I'm starting to lean towards either they all band up against Taku, because I think that's going to happen at some point where Taku's still intact, and they realize, hey, Taku has four people who are voting together, and they're very tight because they showed that scene of Jonathan exposing how tight they are. I just don't know if that's going to happen right off the bat. I feel like these two Vati and Ego tribes are playing the game so hard that I feel like they might just gun for each other and just let Taku be. But if they go after Taku immediately, I think you're probably seeing like a Lindsay boot probably merge, or like maybe like a Marianne, or I don't know, something like that. And then or like maybe Jonathan. I feel like it's almost too obvious though to have Jonathan be the merge boot at this point.
Yeah.
And then if they don't go for Taku and they go after each other and be stupid, I think you could see a Daniel boot. Yep. I think you could see if they just go for High, like go for the juggler, maybe they like snipe out High as the number one ally in Lydia, or if the Vati tribe wins out in that battle and flips Taku, I think you could see definitely not Romeo. I would be shocked if Romeo doesn't go like at least finale. To me, I feel like his edit is perfect right now. He got that confessional with Roxroy where he's like, I want to flip out on Roxroy, but I can't because that's, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's a great confessional for a winner to get. It shows self-restraint and self-awareness, which is a great trait for a winner's edit. I don't know. To me, I feel like this merge has a lot of possibilities. Hell, maybe Taku, becomes the power, and they pull like a Christie where they don't flip quick enough, and then they all just get collapsed. It's just so many possibilities compared to last season where we get to the merge and it's 8 people against 4. Like it's just so boring, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. I mean, if you look at like merge boots, like from previous seasons, like what Ghost Town had like Chris Noble, who was like,
Right.
I don't know if he's crazy. Then like there was like what Elizabeth from like
Definitely
David versus
a big personality.
Goliath,
Yep. We
Joe
have
from
Elizabeth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Joe from Edge of Extinction,
Yeah.
then Kelly from 39, which I mean, I think a lot of people thought she was gonna win. So yeah, I mean, it usually is someone that like either
Still
like you
bigger
think,
characters for sure.
yeah, you either think they're gonna win or like they're a big character. So yeah,
And it's usually their edit in the late pre-merge that like pumps up, and that's what's making me think maybe it's gonna be a Vati member because the Vati tribe is kind of their edit has started to get pumped up, like Chanel's and Daniel's, even Mike's. Although I just cannot see them going after the old dude for the merge. Like
yeah.
that almost never happens nowadays. Who's your merge boot pick? Just like make a guess.
If Daniel doesn't go out here the next episode, I think Daniel.
Okay. I think I'd probably have to go Daniel too. It's just tough because I was so set on Drea, but now that her edit's kind of pumping up in a positive way, I think it couldn't be her. But then again, her edit is pumping up late pre-merge, which is like the classic merge boot edit. So I don't know, it's tough. I'm gonna stick with Drea as my merge boot, even though I have her high up on my list. Speaking of lists, let's go to your 12, right?
All right, so my 12 is Daniel.
Oh, and look who's joined. Look who's just all of a sudden popped up. Who is this? Just popped up in the thing. What the heck? Who is? Wait, is this the elderly guy that got put in a nursing home? That's crazy, bro. Wow,
Bro,
wow. That's actually nuts, bro. Oh, we told them that the reason you weren't here is because you got put in a nursing home because you're so old.
Yeah, it's confidential.
Sorry, I didn't mean to leak it on the internet. Yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, we're right now we're discussing who the merge boot is going to be. We started to talk about like where the tribes are at, who's getting that merge boot edit. And for me, my pick is Drea. Even though Drea's edit is getting positive and we're seeing her perspective, I think her edit is still ramping up late pre-merge, which to me is like the classic merge boot edit. Most merge boots have their edit like boost up late pre-merge. For example, Wendell in Winners at War, his edit boosts up at the end. Elizabeth, her edit boosts up at the end, and David versus Goliath. I'm trying to think. Who's merge boot for Kageyan? Was it Sarah? Yeah. Sarah's edit boosted up at the end. To me, it's like I can see several people like having that because like for example, Sky thinks that Daniel is going to be the merge boot, and I could see that as well. Who is your merge boot pick better right now?
Probably Jonathan.
Wow, he's going to go simple with it. Okay,
he's hopping on the bandwagon.
I was going to say I just think that it's way too obvious. Like it's just so obvious. Like plus they build him up personally. I don't know. I just think it's almost. I mean, yeah, I of course I could see it. It's Jonathan, but I think it's almost like too obvious. Like I can see it almost too vividly to the point where they wouldn't do that to the edit if he was going to go out merge boot. But that's just
I feel like they keep playing up how good he is at challenges, and everyone notices that. So I feel like they're definitely going to bring that up at merge.
They've just done that edit so many times. I'm just curious to see if this time they're going to switch it up on us, especially with this new era thing.
What if he just wins every single challenge?
Yeah, I mean, he could win the first immunity, which throws that whole out the window.
Right. What's your 13 and 12? Because that's what we're on right now.
13. I had 13 was Roxroy, and then 12 was Lydia. My two goats.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
okay, so you're like shifting into post merge like a little bit early, I guess.
Well,
if go to the bottom.
If there was another tribal, Roxroy has a better chance of going.
No, there's like it's confirmed that the merge is next week.
Yeah, well, no, it's not next. Well, no, the last pre-merge tribal is the next episode, right? Is what you're saying?
Next week, as in like this week going in is this episode, and the week after is the merge, merge episode.
So yeah, 2 weeks from now, basically.
Just to fill you in, we were talking about how the rumor is that the bottle twist will come back, but it'll be more mild and different. And that it will be a 2-hour episode. So what we were begging for last season, saying like this like merge episode was so epic. If they put the hourglass twist at the start and just like into one episode, it would have been a great episode from start to finish. And instead of having an episode where there's no boot, I think they're going to do that this year. I just don't know what these specifics are. Obviously, I'm not going to go on like the spoiled subreddit or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's better. But if it still like comes down to like Deus Ex Machina saves my game, I'm not going to like it.
I just think like in the end, the worst part of the twist last season wasn't even the twist itself. It was the episode where we got no boot and we literally had to wait 2 weeks for a boot. I think to me, that was the worst part. Obviously, the game integrity going, haywire for a bit was bad. But in the end, it is a TV show first. And I think not getting the payoff for the TV show for 2 full weeks, for me, was the biggest problem. And hopefully that's solved by this 2-hour episode. Imagine if they did 2-hour episode and they still didn't have a boot. That would be hilarious, bro. That would be so bad.
But is it going to be like a 2-hour episode or just like 2 episodes put together?
2-hour episode. So I'm guessing what they're going to do is what they could have done last season and made that like bottle twist be perfect was to do the bottle twist episode in the first hour and then just do like the second half be like the actual merge episode, which to me is fine.
I mean, we still have to watch a challenge that we know is pointless. That's still a waste of time.
Or they're going to change it because since well, then again, last season we knew it was pointless too, kind of.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Did we know that?
Yeah, we did.
Before it happened? Yeah. We didn't
really
know
we knew that she would have a
yet.
choice. We knew that we'd have a choice, or that she have a choice to flip the challenge because Jeff, when they were walking in, Jeff was like, "Okay, actually, guys, look, here's the twist." I think if they do it again this season, we'll know that they're gonna probably choose the right decision. We just didn't know like the specifics last season.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we've been talking about. My 13 was Marianne. My 12 was Daniel, and then Sky's 13 was Roxroy, and his 12 was who?
Daniel as well.
Daniel. Yep. So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Cool. So I guess we're on what?
12 for you. Better.
Yeah, 11.
Oh, my 12 is Lydia.
Oh yeah, Lydia. Okay, cool. So then we're on my 11, right?
Yeah, we're on 11.
Yeah.
So.
I got Chanel. I think Daniel and Chanel have to be in a pair right now as far as like where they are on the list. To me, to have them be separate would be wishful thinking for Chanel. Although I would think Daniel should go home. Like Daniel is the guy who is going to flip at merge 100%. He's shown that he has no backbone in the game. He's like an Abby. For me, he's like an Abby Maria, or like a Deshaun, where it's like they're probably a GOAT. They're gonna get like 1 to 0 votes at the end, but they like Deshaun almost wrecks Erica's game there. Like she almost doesn't win because Deshaun wrecks her game. I mean, Abby Maria wrecks dozens of games, over the course of her 2 seasons. I feel like to me, Daniel's the same way, and you have to get that out pre-merge 100%. So I would say Daniel goes, but knowing the people who are in the game right now, they're playing so hard, they might see Daniel as a perfect GOAT. I don't know. So I feel like having Chanel near Daniel is necessary because if it's not Daniel, then it's obviously going to be Chanel.
Yeah, it really depends if Daniel's willing to take that GOAT role or if he's going to keep constantly trying to get power, which you just can't keep him around.
Do we see Mike going in any scenario? I mean, to me, I think so. High was genuine with the deal that they made, but did you guys see any like malice there? Maybe he was lying or what?
I mean, I think I don't find it like real genuine friendship. But I think it's both.
Yeah, I mean like a genuine alliance.
Yeah, they're genuine in how much they need each other.
So, right.
They're kind of hugging like, oh, I love you so much. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're like overselling it.
Yeah. Like,
I was thinking of doing like a slow-mo edit of them hugging together and putting some like romantic music over the background. It was so long and
it was like really awkward. It's like they like, I can't believe it. I love you. They should have just kissed after that, honestly.
Yo.
That's where I was getting. Yeah,
Sky's dreams, bro. Question mark.
It's like the Michael Scott kissing Oscar in Office.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
like it's so uncomfortable. Okay. He's like, no, please, you get away from me.
So that is my number 11.
So let's see. My number 11 is Marianne because I hate her.
Can't fault that logic. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, right. I mean, also like again, like if she does go tribal, which again is not likely, but if she does, there's no way she doesn't go home. I know the whole like, oh my god, Jonathan, that was dumb. I don't think that's gonna really affect the tribe too much. Right. I think it's gonna affect other tribes when they get to the merge. But I don't think it's actually gonna affect Taku too much. So
the pre-merge, right?
Yeah, if Taku does go to tribal council, it's Marianne, unless like she does the whole freaking
finds the idol and activates. Oh shit!
No, I was talking about the
that could happen.
What's it called? Freaking what's it called? The shot in the dark. If she wins that, but it's been proven that the shot in the dark doesn't work and it will not work. So
well, we know that Tori finds the beware of it next episode. So
yeah,
I mean, it's gonna get activated.
I mean, if it's getting activated, it's gonna be this episode, right?
Right, because this is the last pretty much episode.
But I don't think Tribe's gonna go to Taco anymore. I mean, I don't think Taco's gonna go to Tribal anymore.
Right. Obviously, we're banking on that. Maybe I put Marion last because obviously she's gonna get the votes to go home. I'm just like, if it's almost guaranteed to get activated next episode, and
I could see her like
she
not
goes to
playing
Tribal,
it.
I think she 100% plays it.
No, bro, she's an idiot.
No, I mean she's an idiot, but she's like she knows how close Jonathan and Omar are, and so it's a matter if she could trust Lindsay. Come on now, like it's Lindsay. Like she's
She probably thinks she has a great relationship with everyone.
I think she thinks she's good with Omar.
Yeah. She was like talking about Omar. Like, oh my god, I love you.
Right. So then at that point, it's about flipping Omar's ally Jonathan on her side to vote out Lindsay, which makes no sense. Like, does she really think that she can flip them on Lindsay?
Yes.
I
mean,
do not think so.
If she can convince Omar can convince Jonathan. Omar might be convinced by wanting to keep the advantages and use them for himself. So he could do
Here's
that.
the thing: is like she doesn't even need to keep the idol. She is the type of game player where like she won't need an idol at the merge. She's not really a big threat like strategy wise.
Yeah,
she's like a big threat like story wise, and those people get taken out like 6 or 7. She has like all that time to go find an advantage or an extra vote or more allies or whatever. She doesn't even like need the idol necessarily post merge. So to me, the idea that she would try and risk it, it really doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, we have no idea what's going on in her mind. We've also seen more than she has. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I could just see Jonathan and Omar being convinced that we need that idol at the merge to save Jonathan. True. So let's keep her over Lindsay.
I just don't. I mean, maybe because I don't know. Like Lindsay hasn't gotten any edit this entire like pre-merge for her to go home pre-merge.
Well, she gets a lot of airtime this episode. Be wary.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Oh, why?
Yeah, Lindsay. Yep.
But I don't.
All right. You said what? We don't like, huh?
I don't like her though. I don't like Marion. I wanted to leave.
Hey, don't worry. We told like, Jeff. He knows. He's gonna take
pretty
her out.
Sound logic, guys. What's your number 11? Okay.
Let's see. My number 11 is. I already said my number 11.
Yeah, yours is Marianne, right?
Yeah, I already said that.
So my 11 is Daniel for all the reasons we've already discussed. I don't see him making any true alliances that trust him 100%. He either gets brought because he's a complete goat, but at the end, I don't see anyone voting for him. And he could also go if they lose this next challenge.
I think he's just a worse version of Deshaun. I think Deshaun was at least able to make like a number 1 ally and not betray that number 1 ally. And
yeah,
Daniel can't.
You're right. He is pretty Deshaun-y if Deshaun didn't have that like control of his whole alliance.
Right. Like if Deshaun doesn't like, well, I think, yeah, because like if Deshaun goes to Tribal and boots out Erica, I feel like the backlash from that, from the tribe seeing how how much of a snake he is, I feel like they definitely come in with the same sentiment that Daniel got. Or if some crazy, or if some crazy thing happened at that Tribal where they throw to get out Erica, then it's the exact same thing. I feel like he's very similar, and he's getting a very similar edit where we're like seeing his side of the story, and like we just see that his side of the story is incorrect. He doesn't really get it. And then on top of that, the same thing about the outbursts at Tribal. Deshaun has truth bombs. Daniel has last episode. It's like to me,
his are truth bombs.
Yeah, well, his are lie bombs. So I feel like to me, it's like yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is like I feel like it's a very similar edit. I just think the difference is Deshaun had connections and he had control post merge. I mean, like that first vote where he tells 9 people where to vote and they all vote. We're like that. That's really impressive. And for me, that's why I probably would have voted for him at the end if I was on the jury. Whereas in like if I'm on the jury looking at Daniel, he's such a snake. He has no backbone. Mm-hmm. Like Deshaun at least had a backbone. Like he tells all those people and he has control for like the first 3 episodes of the merge. Daniel has had no control, 0 control.
Daniel's best bet was his tribe never losing because he does go in the merge with a lot of power.
Right. Yeah, if he never does it, yeah.
Yep. Because then, I mean, he can probably keep High and Lydia on his side by saying that once they get down to 6, they'll just like vote out the Asian lady, what's her name? Jenny, and Mike. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, he was in a great spot.
Yeah, and then he could have told Mike and Jenny the exact opposite. He was in a you're right. He's in a great spot to do that. He probably could have ran the game just like Deshaun did, and had as number one ally. I even think Chanel thinks she could have beat him too, so she probably doesn't even go after him at all. I don't know. To me, I think he was set up, but that's his only way to win was to do that, similar to a Deshaun figure.
That shows you how big not having to go to tribal with your original tribe does to you.
Yeah,
it really shows all the trust and all the cracks really early.
Right. I mean, it makes for a really boring season usually, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. If I'm a player in the game. All right, what's is it my turn or is it Scott?
I think no. Did Bitter ever say your number?
Yeah, I just said Daniel for 11, so it's Spencer's 10.
I got Roxroy at 10. We've kind of talked about Roxroy kind of before you got here, Bitter, but we overall think Roxroy and Tori, like I think definitely getting out Tori is a better option. I think Sky agrees. I forgot actually.
Yeah,
I agree. For that tribe, it's smarter to take out Tori.
Yeah, because Tori has shown that she's a better player than Roxroy. We're right off the bat. 2, she probably has a better shot to win a jury vote, although neither of them really have a good shot. But definitely, if you're talking about the bigger threat for a jury, it's probably Tori. And then on top of that, obviously her flipping, back and forth and backstabbing and being really good at Jedi mind tricks at tribal and talking and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, I feel like someone like Roxroy, although they're annoying and he may even drive away like possible alliance members, I feel like he's a perfect person to take for the merge over Tori.
Yeah, as long as Roxroy says I'm working with you, there's no reason to vote him out.
Right.
If he's like stubborn, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, then you vote him out.
Right, exactly.
But I think they're still gonna vote him out though. Anyway,
agreed. I think the edit's pointing very heavily towards Roxroy going. He's gotten no personal content really in a while. I mean, the only personal content he got was him just not trusting Tori, which is like that's something that everybody's said on that entire tribe. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well, did he vote to keep Swati?
Yeah, he did.
So that's not good for him.
Yeah,
yep, exactly. And so I feel like to me, his edit screaming that he's like our big pre-merge end of the pre-merge boot. But then again, that may be a decoy for what is actually Daniel's episode boot where he goes out before the merge. Who knows? Really, it really does just depend on what happens, who loses. It's probably not gonna be Taku. So it's either, to me, I think Roxroy and Daniel are the most like common. I just feel like because of the fact that Marianne 100% goes unless she plays her idol correctly, which is like it's Marianne. And then also on top of that, the fact that Chanel is kind of in the mix with Daniel's tribe. That's why Roxroy was able to kind of sneak up here this high. But yeah, looking back, I probably should have put Marianne and then Roxroy and then Daniel and then Chanel. But, yeah.
Wait, Marianne only needs one. She only needs Omar to vote with her, right? Because she has the extra vote.
Omar just doesn't have a vote, member. Or
he doesn't have a vote. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is it who actually found the thing? Was it Omar or Marianne?
It was Marianne.
It was Marianne. But Omar doesn't have a vote right now. Oh yeah, right. The next one he'll go to, he doesn't have a vote. He'll have a little surprise from Chanel. Right.
So now she would need to flip Jonathan or Lindsay on each other, which is not happening. So she needs to play her idol correctly, which is like, does she even know to play her idol in the first place?
Wait, is hers a steal a vote or just an extra vote?
Well, for what? What?
Doesn't she have an extra vote advantage?
No, that's who found that?
I swear Marianne has 2 advantages right now.
Lindsay has that. The
she has the amulet.
The amulet. Yeah.
No, remember Marianne risked her vote?
Yeah, you're right. She has an extra vote.
She has extra votes.
She can't play until her idol gets activated.
Yeah, so if the idol gets activated, though, she'll have 2 votes.
You're right. Okay, wow. I should have thought about this before I put her. Yeah, no, she probably should be like in the middle of our list now because she has so many options. She has so many options. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's interesting for sure, but I'm gonna stick with my ranking and not change.
I mean, we all know she's not gonna win anyway, so it's not like
Right.
I mean, you're the one
she's definitely not winning.
I'm just ready to get disappointed, so I can't be disappointed.
Bitter is just like really trying. Bitter wants the season to be bad. That's how much. Bitter just really wants it to be a bad season.
No, I don't want it to be bad. If I don't like it, I want it to be bad for sure.
Right. I mean, obviously, as YouTubers, we'd like something that makes people emotional because that's what makes people go to your channel, obviously. But I would personally like for it to be the more positive side of that emotional than the negative side, like I did last season.
I prefer positive too. It's just that I don't like this season that much, so I'm not gonna be happy if if it makes everyone else happy. That's not gonna make me happy.
Right. I mean, I think the issue is if it's mid, that's like the worst
Oh,
case scenario.
this is gonna be mid. This is what it's gonna be.
No. I mean, so far, I think it's doing just fine.
Everyone always has Reasonitis during a mid season. They're always like, "Oh, this is top 10, I think."
I mean,
And then
people-
like next
people-
season, they're like, "You know what? That season was all right." I
Mm.
mean, it's kind of fallen down in my numbers.
I disagree. I mean, 39 people were saying it was mid by like after the Kelly boot. 38, it's kind of a debate within the community.
I don't know. It's kind of a top 5 season, honestly.
37 people were actually underestimating it after. I mean, from what I'm seeing, people didn't really think it was like one of the best seasons ever. When now people are like
That's
most
crazy.
people have it in their top 5. I'm trying to think like what else. Like
The only season I remember watching,
no
and
one
everyone knew it was bad, was like One World.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to think like a season like 35. I don't think anybody was saying it was the greatest season of it. Like, oh my god, it's so good.
No, not greatest, but like, oh, this is up there. This is one of the best, but not.
I mean, I think it's still a top 20 season. It's in the top half for me. 35.
Yeah, it is. I think people underrated, honestly. I think
people just get mad about the production, obviously, at least in a tiny way, rigging it for Ben. Obviously,
I mean, he was the only one looking for idols, so it wasn't like he was going to change anything.
35 goes up for me as we still have the fire making. That's why I hated 35 a lot, was fire making, and I can't really blame it now when it's still everyone still has it.
Do you think it was just that for
the
that
big
season?
difference is that they didn't tell them is obviously the biggest difference.
But character wise, it has
earlier
the best characters since that season, except for like David vs. Goliath.
It has like the best, one of the best casts. I mean, like you're talking about since 30. I say the cast is arguably better than like a season like Millennials vs. Gen X, which has a really, really good cast in my opinion. Like I feel like overall you have great characters in that season. I think it's a better cast than I think Koron's cast is very good. But
yeah, Koron's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, as it's weird. It's like their casting has only really gotten better. Honestly, I think like it's really what it is that it's their.
I think it's gotten worse the last 2 years, the last 2 seasons.
I mean, yeah,
they did fire their casting director.
Natural dips. I mean, like a season like 39 had a good cast. Obviously, some bad things just happened out on the island. Like a season like I'm trying to think. Like what? Wait, what?
Something bad happened?
Right? No, nothing. No, nothing at all. And then like a season like. You said what?
Free the man.
Free the man.
Free the man, bro.
Free the man, Dan.
Bro. He's a Spilo stan. No, but I feel like honestly, I mean, production obviously doesn't really know what they're doing right now. I really hope they can get back on track and not ruin their own show. But yeah.
See, I think their casting still okay. I just think they're casting the same type of person.
Right. I mean, I think like this new era of casting is kind of shabby. But I also think like it's not that bad. It's kind of mid in my opinion. I feel like you're just not going to get big characters with this new era of casting. But I think overall the casts are good. Like 41's cast, it was overall good. It's just like the boot order was bad, the production was bad, the twists were bad, the timing was bad, the politics were bad. But I think the cast was fine, and I think the cast for this season is also fine. I'd say this cast for this season, you could argue, is worse than last season. I just think they've gotten lucky. I just think that they've gotten lucky with the boot order, where the players who need to go pre-merge, as we were talking about earlier, Sky, went pre-merge. People like Jenny go pre-merge. People like Zach, Maria, people like Swati, like these people who aren't good characters but do add something and did add something before they went, they all go pre-merge. That's luck. That's like that Kagyan in David vs. Goliath. People like B from David vs. Goliath should not have made merge, and they don't. People from Kagyan, like like Jatia, she's a perfect pre-merge villain. She like Jatia when at Final 5 is just not it. It's not it. Like it doesn't work. So I feel like to me that's luck, and I feel like this season is getting into that luck.
I just feel like they're all good castings. They just shouldn't all be on the same season together. So it's more like the makeup of how they organize the cast.
I think what you're trying to like say is that like there isn't a big character. There really isn't one. They're all on this season. Yeah, and really on last season either. I feel like that there's like I feel like with this new style of casting, you're getting a bunch of people, And if you get lucky, you're going to get like David versus Goliath after David versus Goliath. But if you get unlucky, you're going to get 41 after 41. And if you're never going to get like a season like Kageon where you have like big characters, icons. I feel like that's just not going to happen.
It's not even just big characters. Like, no one's mean to each other.
Well, that's just like new Survivor. I mean, you're
I
talking
hate
about
that.
like the last time. So like, I mean, maybe Karishma.
Give us an example of what you like.
What do you mean of
Like
someone
people
hating
being mean to
somebody?
someone? Yeah, like what do you want to happen?
Like recently, like
like
from
people who just
30
can't
and
like
after.
stand each other, 30 and after.
But like, do you want them to like openly say to each other like I hate you, like I don't like
No,
you,
but
I
like
want
I'm
you to die.
I'm plotting your downfall.
Oh yeah, I like
mean-
when people are like, oh my god, I can't stand it. I hate him so much. I want him to get.
So,
I hope he dies.
I
I'm
think
gonna kill
there's
his children.
two main reasons why that's not happening. One, you're casting better players, but better players don't do that.
I disagree. They're
not
better
smart.
players.
I think you're casting the better players. Randy's and Sugars do that. Randy's and Sugars are not good players.
Okay, but I think it's hard.
And
to
I
Sugar
think,
made Final
I think,
3,
I
Spencer.
think too. Your cast. It's also a different time. I feel like people are so much more conscious because you don't want to get shit on Twitter and on Instagram.
No, you can
and
still
Ready?
find people
No,
who
hold
do
on,
not
hold on.
care about
better
Twitter
players.
Hold
Let's see.
on.
You said better players. Let's see the esteemed players of Survivor 42. All right, we have Zach.
Goes on to
we have
list the
Chanel,
worst players from this season.
Daniel,
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Goes on to list
Lindsay,
the 5 worst players
Lydia,
from the season.
Marianne, Mike.
No one's playing a
Roxroy,
great game.
Romeo. He's not even that good. Romeo.
ahead.
He's playing the
Keep
best
going.
game.
When you
Jackson.
get to the other
Fox,
half, that's actually
Zach.
there we go.
Jenny Kim. She's like maybe the
My-
best player.
mine's
She's
still
the
down.
third person voted out.
Oh shoot, my. Okay.
Drea
We're good? Are
Wheeler.
you done? Okay, cool.
Exactly.
I feel like to me,
Who are the good
like,
players,
These
Spencer?
2 seasons to me, or not these 2 seasons, but for me, this new era of casting, you're getting people who know that the internet can be vicious and are aware of that when they go out there, and therefore are less of themselves and are more of a maybe a superhero version of themselves. And then 2, you get people who are just simply want to play the game better. They are more of super fans, I guess is the best way to say it.
Super
and for
fans
me,
suck though at the game.
right? But they're gonna play the game very cautious. Like a Zach would like he would never say, "Oh, I hate you," person. Like that doesn't happen. So I think it's the time period, and 2, it's the type of people you're casting.
Well, I mean,
Stop casting
list
super
off
fans.
the 7 worst
I'm a
players.
super
from
fan, but like
42.
in confessionals, they can't hear what I'm saying. The people
Right.
in the game, so I can
We're
go off on them.
again, and that brings up my second point, which is that people are more scared, I guess, of what's going to happen to them nowadays. Whereas in 2002, Big Tom goes back to his farm, and people don't show up and talk to him. Whereas nowadays, if you go on there and you're a real dick to people, like you're gonna get back and just get absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, but you can find like if you cast a Big Tom now, Big Tom's still not gonna care what Twitter thinks.
Right. You can find those people, but at what cost? What are you like sacrificing?
I mean, as long as he doesn't,
you're sacrificing a few people who are weak, sanity,
you're sacrificing gameplay.
Okay, well, like
the gameplay's not been great
gonna,
though.
He's not going to go on the show.
Well, yeah,
like,
but it's been very, very
people
fun to
that
watch.
much.
You wouldn't have this. Of course, it has. Okay, I'm just saying, like, you guys had this fever dream of, okay, if we cast all these people and make it like old school Survivor.
No, I don't want it to be like old school Survivor. I want it to be like
that's what you're
very recent Survivor that was only a few years ago, and like now it feels
what Survivor are you talking about?
It's like 5 years ago, like say early 30s, late 20s.
Give me an example of a cast that you feel like recently would have like would say I hate you, blah blah blah.
Would say I hate you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, any cast with like Abby Maria. Any
well,
cast
that's
with
one character. That's obviously
what about you got a Cass?
Cass.
That's oh yeah. Let's just go to the best season ever. I want that.
I said early late 20s.
You want to say bad seasons? Like I don't think people are like hating
on
Shireen openly.
No. But you're citing seasons that are literally not seasons.
Even like
Rodney.
Rodney's a great character.
Right. That's 2014.
That's why we love Rodney.
I said late 20s, early 30s.
What I'm saying is, I feel like those 2 factors, them casting people who are super fans, and also the climate of today with people being ultra sensitive, I feel like those 2 factors to me contribute to the cast being less.
I agree with you on
less
that.
abrasive.
I just don't want it to be like that. Like,
yeah, I don't want to watch that.
Oh yeah, no, okay, then we're fine. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying it's the case.
I know why they're doing it. That's
Okay,
never
so
been
dumb
a
and
doubt.
stupid, and I hate it.
then we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
The number 9, no,
I
number
don't
10
even
for
know where we're
Sky.
on. My
Number
number
10
10
for
was
Sky.
my number 10 is Lydia.
Okay, cool.
There's not really much to say. I mean, it's Lydia. You know,
Yeah,
she's not
it's
gonna
Lydia.
win. She might be a goat. She could very well be a goat at the final 3. I could see that, but like, she's not gonna
Yep.
win. So,
What
yeah.
Lydia's running this game. She's
For
super
real,
fan,
bro.
greatest strategy. No, okay. Yeah, so you done with Lydia? Is that it? Oh,
Yeah, he's
Sky.
muted. He's
He's
good.
muted.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about
So
that.
my-
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
So my 10 is Chanel. For same
Here we
reasons you
go.
guys. I think Sky said already. She's attached to Daniel, so I have her one spot above Daniel because she could either go over him, and she doesn't seem very personable. Like, she doesn't seem like she's making connections, which is gonna hurt her at a merge.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I think. Wait. You said Drea or who?
Chanel.
Oh, Chanel. Yeah. I had Chanel at 11. I feel like Chanel to me is someone who is the obvious boot if they decide not to go with Daniel. And I don't know. It's just she put herself in a bad spot by trusting the wrong person, I guess. But she also didn't make an alliance quick enough, and so she was left with Daniel as the only other person to pair up with.
Yeah.
So
Imagine
that's
being
kinda
left
on
with
her.
Daniel.
She also made one of like the worst moves. Like, actually, that like could have been
Yeah.
like one of like the worst moves. Like, just like
Yeah.
from like looking at it as like, you know what's going on.
It's
You
just-
like know everything.
It's
that's
just
going
that
on. Like,
it's just that it's not so cut and dry, so it's hard to call it like one of the greatest worst moves. You know what I mean? It's
I'm
not
just
gonna be
saying,
like
like,
a
at
cut and
least
dry like
she kinda
JT
knew what was
move
going
or
on.
right.
I mean,
but,
if she went home that episode, I think it's way
right.
more easy
I
to
feel
call
like
that.
it's not like a cut and dry JT, James,
It is
Eric,
pretty cut and dry,
where they start the episode, they make a mistake, and then they go home at the end. Like it's much more complicated and intricate.
I mean,
and so
she
to
said
me,
it herself.
and so to me, I feel like that's why people aren't seeing it as one of the dumbest. But I do think that it should be definitely in the top 10 dumbest moves of all time.
I still don't see JT's move as that dumb.
Yeah, I know it.
I mean, think of the upsides of it.
I really don't
Yeah.
either. Honestly, I it's just like obviously it's an icon for that reason.
No,
So
if he had seen Samoa, then it would have been one of the dumbest moves ever. But he hadn't seen Samoa, so it was kind of harder for him. All they had to go on was,
And
hey,
he
guys,
saw
this is one of the biggest
Micronesia,
villains ever.
where there was all women's alliance, so he had a lot of things that were
And
in
a lot
his
of
head.
Micronesia people were already there.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Yeah. He was playing for big to go, or go home kind of game.
I mean, if that move does work out, though, JT could have been the second 2-time winner. I mean, instead of
right. I mean, if he's able to pull over Russell and then boot out Russell, I mean, that's like a classic like coach to Cochran move where he flips over someone, throws them out after, and now it's just his tribe. And I think JT's. I mean, imagine heroes versus villains if it's just the heroes, and then like Rupert sacrifices himself, and then Colby sacrifices himself, and you're left with JT, Amanda.
Oh yeah,
Courtney,
JT was
final
bringing
three.
Rupert and Colby are great goats that are just gonna like not try.
Yep. And then you would have Amanda failing for the third time in a row.
I mean, that's why Heroes Villains kind of sucks. All like the good heroes that you actually liked went home early, like Tom.
Right.
Like
that's because JT
James,
was running it.
Stephanie, James, Tom, yeah, they all go.
They're just kind of unfair for them because like basically everyone knew each other besides like, I mean, Colby basically had no connections on his tribe, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah, because it was Jared the only
Colby
person
almost goes. I mean, Colby's with like Tom's big idol play against the saves Colby and like launches Colby all the way in there.
I'm just a mad Tom stan. I wanted them to,
yeah. Tom.
Well, I like JT more than Tom, so I was happy JT won that.
I think you're wrong. So, yeah. All right.
Okay. I don't like thinking of the world where JT wins twice because that's a great world we're living in. It's sad to think about that not happening.
Yeah. I mean, think of the world where Tom wins twice. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's a good world. It's not as good as JT winning twice. But
I just like.
I think if Tom makes merge, then the hero tribe is much more interesting.
Hear me out.
And therefore, I'm fine with them winning out. Whereas, if JT makes a merge and then they win, it's literally like the final 6 and after is so boring. So boring.
I'm just saying, like, if Tom was around during the whole like what the letter thing, I don't think it would happen. I think Tom would be like, no. This could not happen.
Probably.
So.
Or I think he would have let it happen and then stopped it probably.
Like, he would at least opposed it, I think. Everyone else in the tribe seemed like be like, oh yeah, that's a good one. I think Tom would have been like, no.
Well, it's because JT was already controlling all of them. So they were cool.
Yeah.
Tom wouldn't have been controlled.
I'm honestly kind of surprised at JT because like Saree was like, there's winners here. Oh my god, I hate winners. And then like JT was like right there, but she didn't really ever like try to.
I mean,
get
she
rid of
goes
him.
after JT's alliance. She just goes after Tom or Colby or
Yeah.
whoever it was.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. So what are we on?
We're on number 9.
Nines.
Yeah.
9. I got Tori at number 9. Again, this
Oof.
bottom 5 for me is very, very distinct. These are the people that could go home next episode. Everyone else on this list will not go home next episode. So that's it.
You heard it here first, folks.
Not my day. Sorry.
Swati's going home.
Swati's going home.
So is that all you got to say about Tori?
Literally, just I mean, I feel like Tori, her edit is so self-explanatory. Like she's obviously making merge. She's obviously, but I feel like, and that's why she's at the top of this bad list. But she still has gotten boot like threats, and she also is the best boot to go if her tribe goes. So therefore, I have to put her in this bottom 5.
That sounds like a pretty cool list at top of the bad list. Yeah.
Yeah,
something like that. Something like that.
She's the best of the worst players. Is basically what
Yes, sir.
All right. Well,
Okay, cool.
I got Chanel at 9. So, yeah.
Okay.
I like again. I just don't after what she did. I just don't really trust her game playing abilities. So I mean,
I like that.
there's that, and also again, if Daniel doesn't go home, it's gonna be Chanel. So I mean. That's really it. There's not too much to say about her. I don't think she will go home. I think she's probably gonna be there for a while. But just going on based on what we've seen, I kind of have to put her here.
Cool.
So,
Okay.
I think she jumps at merge. I just don't know who she jumps to.
Yeah.
I doubt it's the Taku tribe. I don't know. It's just like Taku tribe just doesn't really give off the vibes of like pulling in a Chanel. Like to me, they like pulling like the old white dude over like the young black girl. I don't know. It's to me like that's the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
Cool. We have 8.
Oh,
it's my 9. I have
go.
Mike at 9.
No.
I have
He's
Mike next as well. I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Bro,
Okay,
what?
cool.
Yeah, he's in the best spot of Daniel and Chanel. He also you saw that bonding that really intimate hugs he had
I
with
love you so
Hai.
much. Yeah.
I also don't see people looking at him as a threat once you get to talk to him. Like, oh, this guy has no idea what he's doing. I don't have to worry about him. And then he's got an idol, so I guess he's a little dangerous. They just don't know, but I guess they will know if he activates it. But that's all I got to say about Mike.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, like when merge comes and no one's gonna target Mike. Like who's gonna target Mike? It's like, oh yeah, we got Jonathan. Nah, let's put on Mike instead.
Yeah.
It's like no, that's not gonna happen unless it's like where like he did say they're gonna do like the hourglass twist thing. Like if it's the exact same, which I don't think it is, but if it was the exact same, then maybe he goes home. If it's like a 6-person tribal council and he just gets an unlucky draw, but that's really it. Honestly, it's the only way I seem like going home merge boot.
Yeah.
Cool. I already said mine. I said I was Mike.
Yeah, number
Mike
9 or 8?
8.
8. Okay, so it's my number right now.
Mm-hmm.
I got Tori here, just because I mean, I did think she's gonna stay around for a while. I could even see her being a go at the final 3, but based on what we have seen, it's if her tribe does a smart thing, which I don't think they will. If they go to tribal, they'll vote out Tori, but they're not gonna do the smart thing, so that's why I don't have her at the bottom. But that's really it.
Cool. I like that.
My 8 is Jonathan for the reasons I said.
Oh,
I think he's gonna be targeted pretty quickly at merge. Outside of him being really great at challenges, he doesn't and being smart enough to create an alliance with a smart person. I don't see him that great at strategy, be able to save himself strategically. It's all going to come down to muscle or someone else saving him.
I will say I agree with just the entire Taku tribe. My entire Taku tribe jumped down the list. So Marianne obviously stays at bottom. And then I had the Taku 3, aside from Marianne, in my top 4 last episode. Now they span across my top 7. And spoiler, they're not in my top 2. So to me, it's like that whole tribe dropped after Jonathan's comments at the challenge, because like those kind of like nothing about these other tribes, and then you get your ass kicked by by Jonathan's tribe every single time, and then they say that they're type 4. You're gonna hate them at the merge.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I was talking about this earlier, Bitter. I feel like there's 2 scenarios at the merge. Either the Ika and Vati tribes who are playing way too hard right now, both of them, who have like sweaters like Romeo and Daniel and Chanel and Hai and Drea, they gun for each other because they're all the big threats. Or they're smart and they just group up on the tight Taku 4 and just boom, 1-1-1, go, go, go. That's it. And I feel like like before last episode, I feel like they were probably going to go after each other, but now it's kind of a half and half. Do they go after this tight Taku 4 or no?
I could definitely see it for at least the first vote. Like, oh, we can't figure out what we're going to do. Let's just all settle on an easy vote. Let's take out Jonathan.
Unless, like they do some weird twist that merge with, I mean, they probably will do. It won't be
probably the bottle twist,
dry.
But, I don't know.
Won't be as cut and as dry as
maybe it's like they'll merge at the start of the bottle twist half of the episode. So like at the start of the episode of the 2-hour one, and then the winner of the they'll do a individual immunity challenge, and then the person who has the hourglass will like get to swap immunity with them, which is like I guess a much more mild way of doing it, I guess. But it's still kind of screwed up.
Oh, so that would make that one person really hate that other person.
Right. And now it actually becomes a choice, which I think at least improves on the twist. Obviously, it's still an unfair twist. But imagine
if that person goes home.
Yeah, well, imagine if it's Jonathan. He wins, and then he's like about to go on a 7 immunity stretch, and then like Romeo takes it away from him.
I think people would hate the twist even more if something like that happens than last season's.
Probably, but like
it's more obvious of the outcome. It's like Jonathan.
I think like casuals would hate more, and I think overall people would, but I think like the game side of most like
I would hate it.
I think it would be a better outcome than last season in the end. Because
if Jonathan gets his spot taken,
no,
and voted out.
Because I feel like last season it affects 5 people. This season it affects 1. The numbers tell you that last season it affected more people.
Yeah, it affected more, but it spreads out the chances of you going home. Her taking out like someone like Jonathan. I mean, that's 100%
in this case
because of the move.
And well, you could actually argue that in this case the chances are more spread out because now you have still 11 people voting, 11 people up to get voted out. And 1 person lost immunity, whereas in last season it was 5 people up to get voted out, and they all lost immunity. So I don't know. Numbers just they scream that last season's would be worse, but who knows? Who knows? We have number 7 now? 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lydia. There's really not much to say about Lydia. She's not really a good player. She's kind of a goat, but she's not going to go home for a long, long time. So,
which is sad.
Is she the goat though?
Yeah, she's a goat.
No, she's the goat though. She's gonna win.
She's the greatest of all goats.
Yeah, she is the Gog, the greatest of all goats. Boom.
I think they try to cast her to be like an edgy an edge lord.
No, they cast her to be
like a Gen Zer.
Yeah, which is like an edge lord.
Silly zoomer.
Well, a lot of Gen Zs are like edge lords.
But she's not.
I just think they cast her to be like the Gen Z voice, like similar to how
the Gen Z voice.
I want to say Rudy was the boomer voice of the first season, where they cast him specifically so that people his age could feel like they're oh yeah, I agree with that. I feel like they thought people our age would agree with Lindsay, but no one wants to identify with Lindsay because she's literally gets dragged through the challenge by her tribe. No one looks up to Lindsay or Lydia.
It wasn't just boomers who liked Rudy though. Everybody liked Rudy.
Right, exactly. And so the appeal has to stretch. I think another example of this that is maybe more on point is someone like Spencer.
You what?
I know.
Not me.
I know.
It's like Durham.
18-year-old.
I forget what his
Durham. Yeah. So Spencer Durham. To me, I feel like he was casted to be your neighborhood young millennial.
Well, he was the super fan too, wasn't he?
Right, exactly. Whereas
and he was wasn't he the token gay guy too?
Gay guy, exactly. Well, then
so he had a lot of things going.
And then which I think is hilarious. He insinuated that JT voted him off because he was gay, or he's gonna vote him off because he's intimidated by his gayness, which is
JT's
hilarious.
Yes, that was exactly why he voted you out.
JT's like, oh, how'd you know, bro?
I was like, dang, he figured it out, bro.
Okay. What's your number 7, Scott?
He figured it out. He solved the puzzle.
Nothing gets past you, Spencer.
Yeah, nothing gets past you.
Number 7, Sky.
7. What's Mike Turner? It's because I don't think he's gonna win, but I think he's actually in the best position out of any of the Vatis right now, which is weird because he should technically be at the bottom, but he's not. It's really weird.
He gives good hugs.
Plus,
he gives good
he's
hugs. Yeah.
gonna have an idol at the merge, and I think he's the type of guy to go with his gut. Although I think he's also gonna get tricked easily into trusting some people. So
how's it
it's
go
like,
on, Spencer? His gut because he gives good hugs.
what? It's not the joke I made at all.
I liked it. It's good.
What are you talking about?
Classic.
Yeah. So yeah. Where didn't you have Mike earlier too? Bitter.
Yeah.
Where'd you have him, Mike?
I had him at 9.
Yeah, I had Mike last round at 8, and then he has him at 7. Yeah, Mike's very middle of the pack to low, kind of mid. Okay,
Because I see him lasting.
He's
He's just not
mid.
gonna win. I don't think. So
right.
that's why he's in the middle.
All right, we got you. Bitter. You're up.
Oh, 7. I have Lindsay. She's moved down a lot because
I have
she's
Lindsay at 6. So go ahead, speak for us.
Yeah, she's gotten so little
Oh,
strategy, like confessionals or anything. She also seems very expendable in some kind of like split tribe if they do that kind of twist again. She's an easy number. Like she's gonna last because she's not a threat, but she's also not gonna make it.
I think she could be like our like if they go after Taku, they can't go after Jonathan because he wins, and then they can't go after Omar because he's so socially connected and everyone loves him. And Marianne is like not a threat, and I feel like to me, Lindsay could be like your snipe who just goes out because like they have to go after her just because she's the best option. She's like the easy the safe vote. You know, like,
I mean,
like,
she could be the hourglass twist vote out.
Right. That's true.
If Jonathan's safe or something.
Agreed. I feel like she could be like Michelle Yee without the getting tossed around on Ponderosa.
Well, that's still an option. Let's not throw out
right. Obviously,
the possibility.
Daniel really Omar might have to break his promise to religion.
She's just lucky Zach got voted out already.
Okay, that's not a picture.
There ain't no JD and Brad and Abraham. This season.
Oh yeah, from last season.
Yeah. The stick, the stick picture, man.
Yeah.
Fourth picture.
Okay.
Someone come get their daughter.
people watching like what? No.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I feel like to me it's one of those things where I see the merge going like 2 ways and only 2 ways. Like what other way besides everyone going after Taku or the 2 tribes who have players who are overplaying, the 2 worst tribes strategically who are overplaying going after each other. I mean, is there any other possibility?
I just don't see them jumping to Taku. I can see them jumping between each other.
Right.
To create something.
Agreed.
I think
Taku won't decide the vote. I think whoever jumps from Ika and Bati will decide the vote, but Taku will vote correctly probably.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Right.
We will see. But yeah, it's very interesting. Definitely what's going on. I mean, unless like Taku in like a like.
I mean, they do have the extra vote,
Ika,
and they have the idol, so they could be saved.
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's things like unless Taku and Ika are like on the opposite side, or like Taku and Vati are on the opposite side, and then Ika swinging or Vati swing. But I don't know. It's like I think there's a really good amount of possibilities for what could go down, but we'll just have to see. You know, is it my turn? 6.
Yep.
All right, I already said Lindsay's my 6 for the same reason. She got no personal content, nothing. So can't be her.
All right, cool. So my number 6, I had to do it at some point, and sadly that point is now. Is 6 is Jonathan.
I have 5, Jonathan. Yeah.
Okay. See, Jonathan is playing a good social game up until the last episode.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think it's gonna affect anything in his tribe, and his tribe isn't gonna go to tribal council anyway, so it's not like it matters. But it'll probably affect the merge. Like, thank you so much. I'm so jealous of you. You're so like muscular and stuff, and I wish I was like that, but I'm not. I'm sad now. That's probably what's gonna go down.
That's what Sky would have been like if he was on the season.
Yeah. So, like, Roman's gonna be like, I wish I was like you. And it was like, what do you mean, like straight? No, muscle. It was like, oh,
straight.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jonathan's strategy is like it doesn't work at the merge. His strategy is to be a provider and good at challenges. No. At the merge, no one cares about you providing anymore.
Yeah.
And you have to win every challenge, otherwise you're done.
I just feel like he thinks like
I don't think he needs to win every challenge.
I think he doesn't care.
At a certain point, I think he's gonna have to win. I think his best shot in the game is to make that point farther and farther and farther down the line.
Yeah, he can't win like a few challenges though, and then lose some.
Right, exactly.
Once he starts winning, he has to keep winning.
Well, he did say he wanted to win every single challenge ever.
Right.
So.
Like what? Well, again, like I said, at some point, the two tribes are getting a team up on Taku. And I feel like when that point comes, whether it's at the first vote of the merge or the 5th vote of the merge, from there on, he needs to start winning every single time or get Marianne's idol to to be played on him, or use the amulet, because at this point, who found the amulet? Was it Drea?
Lindsay.
The amulet
High,
was
and
Drea,
High.
Lindsay, and High.
Yeah.
Drea, Lindsay, and High. Well,
They're all still there.
they're all still in the game, so that's definitely gonna add a level of like animosity at the merge. Hopefully, they can use that against them. Like maybe
I guess
it's, like,
that alliance could somehow
High
link
versus
up.
because like High and Drea are both like the power players. I could definitely see like High and Drea going after each other at the merge. I don't know. We'll see.
Either they go after each other or they try to work together, but it probably won't. Lindsay probably
No,
won't flip to
because
them.
because getting rid of the other players is like the strategy, because
Right,
they'll make
right,
your amulet more powerful.
Well, or you use it together, right?
No,
You can't use it together.
if you can't use it together, you have to get rid of them for it to work.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
No, there's no combining.
I thought there was an advantage to working together.
No,
Nah.
it goes what from it starts at like a steal a vote, right?
Yeah, and then it's like
then
an
it
extra vote, or then it's like
I don't think it goes from steel vote to
Uh,
extra vote.
You sure?
Maybe it goes. What is it?
I don't
I thought it
remember.
was
Let
like
me
a
look
steel
up.
vote extra vote, then what's it called? Full on hit the melee.
Amulet Survivor 42. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying, it was like I think it goes from steal vote, extra vote, then what's it
Idle.
called? Idle, yeah. Pretty sure that's it. So I mean,
Keep talking. Go ahead.
Marianne sucks, dude.
Yeah,
I hate
so bad.
Marianne.
Okay, here we go.
Lord.
Once the three are together, the rules of the advantage can shift. If all three play it together, it's an extra vote. What?
Yeah,
Extra.
see, if you play it together, you can use
Yeah,
it like.
does that mean that it's
No, I think
No.
that means if they all have them together at the same
Right,
time,
right,
and if you
right.
play it, it's an
Agreed.
extra vote.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what
right,
that's
right,
what I was
okay.
talking about.
But why would you want that instead of an idle? You know?
Yeah.
Well, if you were
yeah.
working together, I guess. it'd be
No,
useful.
bitter. You don't understand. There's
So
combining
that they
of the
all
advantage.
if they all played them,
If
they'd
they're
all
all
individually.
if they're all on if they're all in the game together, I should
Oh
say.
man,
And
I always thought
then-
there was like that co-wrong put the
So
idols together thing.
It goes from an extra vote to a steal a vote to an idle. That's it.
That's lamer.
Idle is good to the final six. Or no, sorry. The overall the advantage is good until the final six.
Okay.
So yeah, no final five, which is very, very interesting. Hopefully, we'll get an advantage 3 final 5 like we have for the past few seasons. Hopefully, there's no advantage getting.
When was the do or die twist? Last season?
That was like final 7 last season.
7.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's tough. I think that's honestly the worst twist of last season.
It
For me,
just
the
feels out
bottle
of
twist
place.
for me. Yeah, like for me, like the bottle twist at least like played on the elements of Survivor. That felt like a whole different show.
Yeah, I
Like,
could see
there's-
Survivor doing that.
There's no vote out. Like what the? There's like you go home if you don't pick the correct door. Are you kidding me right now? Like
Yeah, it's like they
like,
just create a whole new game
the
inside a
time-
game.
I feel like at the time we were so focused on Shan and how bad the advantage was and Xander, blah blah blah. I feel like we definitely should have been shitting on how bad the do or die twist was. It's not. It's just it didn't really feel like Survivor. It felt like a different show.
No, tell like deal or no deal.
Yeah, exactly.
That was really bad now looking back at it.
Okay, so
Wait, what?
let's go to number 5.
That's what they do at the end of deal or no deal. They just switch the case at the last second.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So at number 5, right?
Yep, number 5.
Okay. You go
Who's
first, right?
5?
Wait, Spencer, what's your
I
five?
already went.
Oh, you already said yours. Wait, what was it?
Yeah, it's all you, bro.
Wait, what was
I-
it?
I said
forgot.
Jonathan.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay,
right.
yeah.
My bad. 5, I got high.
Cool.
So I mean, I just can't really put him at the top because like besides last episode, we really haven't like seen too much of him. He just kind of got like an edit spike all of a sudden because of them going to tribal council, which I mean that might be a good thing. Maybe it's like the start of a winner's edit. I don't know, but we just haven't seen too much from him, so I can't really put him as high as someone else
I don't
that we've
think
seen
High
gameplay
has-
from.
I don't think High is getting a winner's edit, although I think he does have a shot to like he has winner's equity. What is it?
Yeah,
what do
equity.
we use?
When
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Like, I feel like right now the players who have winner's equity are like Romeo, High. I could maybe Omar. Maybe
Yeah, Omar definitely has winners equity.
It's just like he's being portrayed as kind of like a weak kind of guy. But
Yeah, but they
so
love that kind of thing.
we'll
now.
we'll go Omar, High, Romeo.
Yeah, I like all
I
bitch
mean,
boys.
I'm trying to think. Like, is there anyone else? Who
Yeah,
has winner
don't
equity?
spoil my top 3.
Is there anyone else who has winner equity?
Well, I would say Jonathan if he can win every challenge.
I mean, yeah, but
Exactly.
that's not winner's equity.
I mean, that's what Mike had
I
winner's
mean,
equity, and that's what he had to do.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he did.
Well,
I
he
mean,
didn't have to at the start of the merge. He caused that on his own. So it's a little
Well, I'm
bit
saying like they both got winner's equity, and then they went
right.
on the run
I
at
mean,
merge.
he had to win out from a certain point, but that was like 2 votes after the merge. Whereas Jonathan literally has to win every single challenge at the merge. Yeah, literally, there's only 3 people with winner's equity, and we're 4 episodes in. That is kind of scary for the edit. Hopefully, they can build up some people and trick us a little bit, because if there's literally 3 people who can win the game, really,
I mean, I guess Tori, Dre, and Marianne kind of have some.
Tori, have you seen her edit?
Yeah, it's been pretty good, right?
Drea's edit's been. I mean, for me, she's gotten the merge edit for forever.
I'm saying some winner's equity. I'm not saying a lot.
Yeah, I'm just saying the players who have solid winner's equity, like who I could actually be confident, like putting a bet on them.
Yeah,
is really only three people. Everyone else would be at home. I agree. But like the players like who generally have a chance, like actually for real. It's like it's only 3 guys. And honestly, I could cut out Omar out of that just because, like if I really want to.
Because you hate Omar, yeah.
You're like talking about 2 people.
Spencer, cut out Omar right now because then he's a guaranteed winner. Do it.
Cut out Omar.
Okay, I'm picking Omar as winner.
Boom, that's it. That's over. Okay, number 5 for.
Well, it's I skipped my number 6. So my number 6 was Marianne for every reason we already discussed.
Wow,
a lot.
That's terrible. That's awful.
I moved her down from 4.
So bad. You're so.
I'm letting when it happens.
Oh my God.
I won't be the one that's upset because I'll know. I knew it had to happen.
When Marianne wins the game,
just like I had Xander low in my order all the time. I wasn't upset when he lost because I knew it was happening.
Say it out loud. That Marianne has a chance to win the game.
Marianne has a chance at winning the game.
Oh my!
And I have a chance of stopping watching Survivor forever.
Okay, but no. Okay, hold on. Say Marianne has a legitimate chance of winning the game.
You want me to like put it into like a song or something? Marianne has a good chance of winning.
Okay, we're good. Cut that off right there. Podcast over. No.
When everyone's a sheep, you just got to be a little better sheep to win.
Jesus Christ,
bro! What?
We're not dealing with lions.
Marianne trying to make like inspirational quotes now.
Marianne has a good chance of winning the game. I'm clipping that, bro. That's gonna go.
Well, just like go back to like last season, right? Eric is like, oh, from the lamb to the lion. There's no lions on that season. Everyone was like a lamb. She just had like a lamb with like I don't know, an extra foot or something. Yeah, I don't know. Like everyone else was like a 3-footed lamb, and she was a 4-footed lamb.
No, she was like a 2-footed lamb. She sucked.
Well, that's not bad. Okay, everyone was a 1-footed lamb.
Yeah, Eric's edit was so bad.
There were no-legged lambs.
And the more she talks after Survivor, it makes me think she's a dummy.
Yeah, she's talking about how she's embarrassed to have an opinion on the Will Smith and Chris Rock slap because she's like not black. Because she's not black.
She got shit on for talking about 2 black people. So, how dare someone talk about celebrities on a TV show?
I'm so mad right now. Like, bro,
that's stupid. Okay.
And she also didn't she like dye her hair purple, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, that's been like that for a while.
That's like pulling the mask off. See, I was woke the whole time. That's what that is.
I thought it was purple on the season.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was not. That'd be weird.
It was like dyed like a strand of purple, but it wasn't like the whole like her hair now is like neon purple.
Survivor.
She was giving you a hint on the season, like I'm woke.
Yeah, like her hair like kind of had like a purple like hue
tint.
Like it wasn't like full on like purple. Like
it wasn't like hot purple like it is now.
Yeah, she has like full on woke like, and she has like, bro, why'd she make her hair like that? Like it looks terrible.
Yeah, it's like
also why did they give her like a show to interview people? Like she's not interesting.
Yeah,
they made her the host of the ET Canada, which is crazy
because she's like the first winner from Canada.
Yeah,
so
but like no one likes her though. So
nobody likes her. She's one of like the most disliked winners, honestly. I feel like
they should just gave like Mike Scoopin that job or something.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I would have tuned in. I was like, what the hell is happening here?
What is wrong in views?
First episode. He gets arrested by the end of the episode.
When CBS opens up casting for 16-year-olds, Scoopin's like, I support that. I support that 100%. Scoopin.
Oh my gosh. They go to Scoopin in prison. They interview him. What do you think about the 16-year-old?
Scoopin's like, I really support that.
Immediately the next day, Survivor moves age up to 25.
Oh,
8 Survivor moves age down to 13 after talks
Oh,
with Michael
no.
Scoopin.
Scoopin,
Oh, no.
ecstatic. Okay.
Michael
Alright,
Scoopin, very happy.
My number 5 is I forgot I shouldn't bring up Michael Scoopin around Sky.
Nah, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? Best player ever.
He loves.
He could have won.
Oh yeah, that would have been awful. That probably would have ruined
Terrible.
Survivor. That would have
Yeah.
ruined the whole good
Sky's
season.
like Rob Goddess.
It's like God intervened so he couldn't
Fallen
win.
angel.
Yeah, that would have ruined Philippines, which would have sucked because Philippines is a
I'm
great
talking
season.
about. I mean, do you think he could have won Australian Outback?
Yeah. I think if he doesn't get injured, it's either him or Roger who wins the game.
Nah, bro. Jeff Varner could have won too.
That would have been a better outcome. I wish Varner was a winner.
Jeff Varner was
Imagine
gonna be the
Varner
first
comes
boot,
back for game
probably,
changers.
either way.
Varner should have been an All Stars over Boston Rob. But
That'd have been
No.
weird because then we would have had like 2 game winners in a row.
I mean,
That would have been funny.
No one can call this show not progressive when the first 2 winners
That's
were
true.
gay.
yeah.
That's true. Very, very true. Okay.
My number 5 was is Drea, just because
Oh, my bad.
she's the only person who I think has some bit of rational brain on the season.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
But she's also completely too cutthroat. And I feel if any like legit player, like Romeo at least has some savviness, like, but if someone was actually a legit player, they would have already cut Drea for how obvious she is and how cutthroat she is.
I mean, she's also on a tribe of people who like are
Are
also
idiots.
playing the game way too hard. Like
See,
Tori's playing the
There's
game hard.
a difference
Romeo's
between playing the game
hard.
hard though and playing it good.
What do you mean?
Like everyone's playing hard. I think that's what. Yeah, everyone in these last 2 seasons has been playing hard, but they haven't been playing good.
Right. Playing hard makes good
Everyone's
TV. Playing good
playing-
makes good.
I don't
or
know. I don't know if it makes
helps
good
you
TV.
win. It definitely makes good
I mean,
TV.
playing hard.
Playing
Like they're trying. Like they're trying.
You
It's
want,
like
you want, yeah. Again, that's what playing hard means. Is they're really
I don't
trying.
know. Like say someone like you were watching someone play Monopoly, right? And they were playing hard, but they didn't know the rules or how to do good. That'd be fun to watch.
That's so much more fun to watch than someone who's not trying 100%.
Who's someone playing hard?
All right.
Someone who's playing the game hard. Doesn't matter what game you're talking about.
So like
I
someone
don't
just
know
taking
versus
like a
someone
like
who's just not invested in the game
just
at all.
picking up the
No
Monopoly
way.
piece and smashing the board, saying "Me
That-
win,
that-
me
that'd
win."
be
Boardwalk,
so
boardwalk,
funny.
going
That'd be
boardwalk.
so funny.
I own everything. And then
Yeah,
they get, and then someone walks in and like murders them because they.
Yeah,
That'd be
what?
awesome.
I'm trying to think of how they get
That's like
voted
a
out.
Turn for the worse.
Okay, there, but yeah. So
Never invited me to
my
Monopoly.
number 4 is the same as yours. Your 5 bitter. It's Drea. I feel like Drea to me is someone who. Hold on. Drea is someone that I feel like is someone that I thought was gonna be merge boot, but as we get her perspective more, I'm feeling like she could not be the merge boot. And although she's still my merge boot pick, I think that if she doesn't get merge boot, I think she goes far and has a chance to win. She's a person who has win equity. She just also has a gigantic target on her back because of how aggressive she's playing the game.
Yeah.
I mean, but I
She's
still
such
feel
an
like
intense and aggressive person that it's almost like I just can't see her getting far. But like if she can tone it down at the merge, she's set.
Her
I think she has
strategy
one
is
of the
pretty
highest
see through. Like you
averages.
can kind of see where she like whatever she's trying to plan. You can kind of see
Right.
where her angle is. You can kind of
And
tell she's
if
playing.
she can tone that down, that aggressiveness, and just like
Yeah.
play chill, but like kind of how Romeo's doing now, and that's why he's all high, like in the top 2 or top 3 on our list, is because of the fact that he's doing what Dre's doing without making a big deal, and I feel like that's
He's
the
he's
skill
willing
that
to sit
Dre's
back
doing.
and
Right,
collect
I mean,
information. Dre just wants to be in control of
right.
the move.
Drea would never allow Romeo to, or Roxroy to talk to her like how he was talking to
yeah, I
Romeo
want to see a
commentator.
fight. Like I want to see them fight.
Yeah,
Like
like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel
Roxroy
like
versus Drea.
that would have never happened with Drea.
I'm ready for
That's
the-
something that
I mean, like a full on like fist fight, like Roxroy versus Drea.
you can't
like,
fight on the show. You
I mean, I
Yeah.
know, but they
I
don't.
mean, you
give
can,
big
but
deal.
you're immediately kicked off.
yeah.
See, that's what I would do.
do.
If I knew I was going home, punching someone right to the face.
Yeah, do the Brandon Hans.
Bitter says all
strategy.
this. Bitter says all this. Gets on the show is the most timid and shy person ever. Be on the show.
No, I get on the
Yeah,
show.
so
I'm like
sorry.
the
I'm so
best
sorry.
player ever and win.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That was so elegant.
Jeff,
Bitter's like first I punch him and then I punch him again, and he gets in the show. He's like, I am so sorry.
I punch him in the face. Oh, are you okay? I'm sorry.
That was so elegantly said.
That was so elegant. Yeah, no.
Like if you're going
Bitter
home
would get in the
first,
show
why
and-
not?
and-
Why not
and-
punch somebody and be known as the guy who punched
because
somebody
you'd
on
be
Survivor?
hated on anywhere you ever
Nah,
went in your
bro.
entire
No,
life.
you wouldn't.
You get a
Depends who you
free-
punched.
Yes, you would.
You get a
Depends
free
who you
podcast
punched.
interview, bro.
You would
with,
be
like, everyone.
hated, and you would be hated, and
No.
everyone in your entire
Depends
life.
who you punched. Say there was an annoying person on there on your on your
Like if you
chat.
punched Marianne, like if Jonathan just started
It does
beating
not
up
matter.
Marianne, bro.
It does
Yeah,
not
it's like walk up, do like the Will Smith, just walk up all casually, and do bop.
It does not matter.
like just picture
He wants to
closer
strike
across the
Marianne,
island.
bro. He wants to strike Marianne, bro. This man actually OD, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm trying to.
No,
beat her
I'm not
up,
saying
like,
I want to. I'm just saying, like, imagine if I
You
did.
don't want
No,
to?
no.
Really? You don't
That's
want
what
to?
you said. No. Okay.
What if I like
number
cut off
4?
my hand
Wait,
though? Does
what?
it still count as me doing it if my hand's no longer a part of me?
Huh?
Yes.
Like, say
Okay.
I bopped her, like Will Smith bopped Chris Rock,
But
and then I
took off his hand before.
then I chopped off my hand. What did I still commit the crime, or did my hand do it?
You did it.
Bro, what?
All right, we'll see if that holds up in court, Spencer.
You're such a burger, this kid, bro. You're such a burger.
This dude's having like
Okay.
a
Actually,
couple
double
thoughts.
cheese, triple cheese. What are you doing? Okay.
What number are we on?
We're on number 4.
Who's
He's
four?
having a couple thoughts. I don't know if I
I don't
like
know.
them,
You know, keep an eye on Bitter, bro.
Oh, what about number 5?
4.
Oh, 4, Omar is,
Omar.
as Jeff would say.
I have
As Jeff would
Omar
say.
at my next spot as well. So,
Yeah, I mean, he's. I guess he's like the most like well positioned out of the Takus,
Right.
But he
I
does
think
have
he's
a
the
vote,
best.
which
I
kinda
think he's the
sucks.
most well positioned player in the entire game. I mean, everyone on his tribe likes him. I think he'll make easy friends in the merge. I think the reason why he is behind High and Romeo is because of the fact that he doesn't have that winner's equity like they do. I feel like his edit isn't nearly as good as their edit is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess so. But I mean, he I think he has like some sort of win equity left. I mean,
Right.
I would say he has a lot, but
he got a sob story at one point. So
I mean, so is High and Romeo. It's okay.
Well, from what we learned from 41, though, you want your sob story being told towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end.
Sure.
And that's
When
why
did he get
High
his?
hasn't gotten one yet, and
He
so
hasn't got
and
one yet.
Romeo hasn't got one either, right?
Yeah, but Romeo just like sucks.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So
I mean, seriously, like, what has he done as a character?
No, didn't Romeo get one like, I always wanted to be a pageant queen, but I can't because I'm a boy?
Well, there's a thing now called,
I think it's in his interview, his pregame interview. He said that.
I swear
No,
he
I
said
think
it
I think he said on the show, but like
island.
there's a loophole, now, right, where you can like.
Oh, I know there's a
Yeah.
loophole now.
There's actually like hacks now. You can actually,
That's what I would actually do if I won Survivor. I would. Everyone's like, "Oh, I can't believe another white man won Survivor."
I'd be like,
actually,
I'm
I'm a woman. I'm a trans woman,
So
and I'm the first trans
female
person to
winner.
win Survivor. And then I'd
First
be like the
female
most
winner.
loved Survivor. No.
Mhm.
It's easy.
Exactly. All you gotta do is
That's what Richard Hatch should do. He should be just say, "I identify as a black trans woman." So
I identify as a 25-year-old big burly black man. And my name is now
I gotta add
James
Burley in there
because and then my name is now James Clement, and I actually identify as playing my idol at the final 7 of China. So actually that's what I identify as.
I'm actually better than you.
Sorry,
Todd. I
James
identify as a fat black transgender midget. So
with
All right,
wicked.
you see my video?
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like if like I could totally see like Eric saying I identify as keeping my Mew necklace at the final 4. Or the
Who?
final
No,
5
he
of
wouldn't
the
say that
Icon
because
show.
he didn't want to offend nobody.
Yeah, right.
Who,
Of course,
Eric?
Eric,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Eric
you know,
Reichenbach?
Eric should try to,
that's the way it was.
try being a person who's not a dumbass. Dumbass simp.
he is a simp then.
And then
They
maybe he wins Micronesia.
He's
You heard
married,
it here
he's a
first.
simp.
You heard it here first. He's officially calling out Eric on.
I already
the
called out
air.
Eric. I had a fight with him on
I know,
Twitter.
but
Let's
now it's
see.
like officially.
Oh, bro, he
official.
is a
Like,
simp, dude.
I
He
just got
has a wife.
blocked by
heck?
Survivor quotes just for responding to a
Who is
quote.
what a
his wife?
simp! He has a wife. No, I'm just kidding.
He does.
For real, that's what I'm
He was
thinking.
also like stalking Russell Hans at like his apartment and like.
Bro,
trying
wait,
to, like-
what? Wait, yo, what?
No, he like stalked Russell at dinner and like told it like a long story on Reddit. Like,
No, they had to share an apartment.
a-
I think for reality something Survivor.
Yeah,
whatever
and
That's
so
reality.
like when like he was at Reality of Hearts, he was like trying to like talk up some girl and like whatever, try like I'm saying. And so he was like talking to this girl, explaining to her like what Survivor is, and like it's kind of cringy.
But Russell just being a
He's
dog?
like explaining to her like what Survivor is. He was saying like about how he's a legend, and like he was just talking, and at the end she's like, "What's my name?" And Russell was like, "Well,
Russell, like a true Chad, didn't know it.
and he didn't like because he spent so much time talking about himself. and Eric's like at the next table, so like he's telling us the story.
Like
on
Eric's like
Reddit.
trying to tell his
And-
story
and-
like it's
and-
like a
and-
big awakening
so-
of how bad
and
Russell
so-
is as a person.
and so then she like got up and got mad and left, and then Russell like had like his sidekick there ordering more drinks or I don't know, whatever, and like Eric posted that to Reddit and like thought he was the coolest person ever for saying that about Russell. It's like, just shut up, bro. Like, okay, Russell's a boomer, he's kind of cringy, whatever. Like we know that it's okay.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's
that's a Chad move. Why you need to know her name?
Yeah.
So you're telling me Russell had a person who was doing all of his work for him, getting him drinks, and he
Yeah.
also didn't know a woman's name, and this is supposed to be negative?
Yeah, right. It's like, I don't know. I mean, Eric probably always remembers people's
Eric,
names.
that's
Eric
never happened
probably
to
remembers
Eric.
every
Eric's like,
female's name.
I literally remember her name from the girl that came into Starbucks 35 years ago.
He's
Eric,
even 35 years old.
probably at this point. Eric probably
No, he's
remembers
definitely
his wife's boyfriend's name.
Every
His wife's
single one.
girlfriend's name?
Every single one. Yep.
What about his
All
wife's
right.
girlfriend?
His wife's
Okay.
No,
Number
no.
4 for you, Bitter, or number 3?
My 4.
Yeah.
So at 4, I got my girl Tori. She's
Yes.
gonna
Wow.
run this season, best character on the season.
Wow. I have her at 9.
I don't know. I just see like she's the most entertaining character on the season. I don't think she's gonna win. I don't think people are gonna like her.
Then how do you have her in the top 4? What the hell?
Because this season sucks. There's not many people that deserve 4.
I don't know if the season
What?
sucks. The players suck. Though.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Thank you, Sky. Thanks for correction. Yes, the players suck.
You have a person who you openly say has no shot.
Bro
on winning in the
can't
top 4.
handle it right now.
No, I said Tori has some win equity. I could see
okay,
it.
cool. Okay, cool.
But she's like that's the cutoff.
I was gonna say
she's like right before my players who have a lot of winning equity.
I was gonna say if you think she had no win equity in put her in top 4, I was gonna go in on you. Okay,
I mean,
cool.
I could see her getting there with some like a Daniel, like,
and
then she can play like the Sarah
she
card. Are
goes
you gonna let a
down,
man win?
like a Daniel and like a Mike. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, two white
Maybe
dudes.
like
that's a good
Lydia,
chance for
Lydia.
anyone.
Yeah.
Daniel, Mike, or Lydia. I feel like are her big chances of getting to the end.
That's my strategy.
Or like
for getting
Lindsay.
outside.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, she has like a few possible, like Daniel, Mike, Lindsay, Lydia are her 4 people that she can get to the end with.
Yeah,
But it has to be like all of them. It has to be like two of those people at the end with
That's still a chance. So you're saying there's a
Still a
chance.
I am saying.
So,
there's a chance.
so you're saying there's
That-
a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
But that's my recommendation for anyone playing Survivor. Just get 2 straight white guys as your alliance members.
I mean, Deshaun was. What if Deshaun was black and gay though?
well, Deshaun took Xander, and
Why don't you just act like you're gay when you're out there? It's
who
easier.
else? Who else could he take in?
Well, if Deshaun was
He could have
gay,
taken.
What he
I think if he
I
goes
was
to
gonna
the
say
end with
Brad,
like,
but he can't go with Brad.
no, you can't go Brad.
no Voce.
Yeah, Voce. That would have been perfect. Yeah,
Okay. Why can't Deshaun go to the end with Brad?
because Brad transcends the people being biased against straight white guys.
Yeah, it's
Why?
true. I
Is it
think,
because that's how awesome Brad is?
Brad-
Brad has that Tony, in him
yeah.
where
Is
you're
he
like,
saying
oh,
is
he's
Brad's
just so
just too
good. I have to
sexy?
vote for him.
Yeah, he's just so like fun. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Brad's just too sexy. Yeah.
I mean, how you not vote for Brad?
That's not
if
what we
Brad's
said
the
at
end?
all.
I mean,
That's
I'm
what
not
we
willing. I'm willing to agree.
What?
See, he's one to
Yeah.
agree.
I ain't no simp
What
Spencer.
the
I can say
Yo,
Brad's sexy.
What the hell, bro?
Mhm.
What do you mean? What
In
do
fact,
you mean by
it's
that?
more gay if you
What do
don't
you
want to
mean
admit
by
that a guy. It's more gay if you don't want to admit a guy is.
No,
yeah,
it isn't a
attractive
guy.
looking.
It's Brad. It's Brad. Listen.
I mean,
Brad's a
Brad.
girl?
At,
You don't-
at this point, what is
you
it?
don't-
You know what I'm saying?
You don't call. Yeah, right. I mean, okay. Top 3. Number 3.
Number 3. Yeah, you're number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
said
I
Tori at
already
4.
said it was Omar.
Oh, my number 3 is Lindsay.
Wow.
All right. I mean, I could see Lindsay making it the final 3, but not winning.
Yeah,
exactly, but like,
there.
there's so many people here
As a
I
goat.
don't see getting to like the final 3 or like winning. Honestly, I think, bro, shut up. Anyway,
As a goat.
I mean, maybe.
As a goat.
Maybe. I mean,
As a goat.
why do you just keep saying
Why
as
do
a
you-
goat over and over again?
Because you like said no. Now I have to be petty and talk. Okay, good.
Anyway, I just think she could get to the final 3. I don't know if she'd win, but I mean, she isn't like playing a bad game.
She
So I
won't.
mean, and
No,
most
she's playing
people's
a under the
games
radar game.
escalate at the merge. So I mean, hey,
Nope. Okay.
okay, dude.
We have
you're just
bitter.
a hater.
Bitter at 3. Bitter at 3.
You're just a hater, bro.
bitter at 3. Bitter at 3.
All right, 3. I got Romeo.
Oh,
He's really playing the best game, I think.
Yeah.
It's just that I
that's why
don't
he
like.
should be the
I don't
top
like his
2.
face.
you don't like that he's gay? You homophobe?
He said he's playing the best.
Well, I
game.
can't really say I don't like because
He's
he's
now-
gay, 'cause
he's
I got
now-
2 gay guys over him. in this
So
one.
he's playing. So okay. You said he's playing the best game. You said that he
Yeah.
has winner equity because you said it earlier, and yet you don't have him at number 1.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
What?
Correct.
What?
Hot. No, I like it. I like it.
I don't know. I mean, he's really interchangeable with my number 2.
Bruh.
Do you think he's attractive? Though?
What?
Like,
No, that's why I have
you
him low.
have- How
So, like,
you have the
so you
person
think
who's playing
High
the
is
best
more
game?
attractive than him?
You have the person who's playing the best game has the best winner equity at
Gun to my head, I would say, yeah, High is more attractive than Romeo.
Yeah, definitely.
What about Jonathan?
No, because if I say yes, that's racist. I can't say that.
Okay. Being safe, I see.
Okay, let's move on. Number 3.
Wait, you don't like my Romeo pick at 3 because you have him at 1?
Oh, I hate it. Okay,
What the heck was that?
Yo,
okay, so my number 2.
Bro, like
or
turned into a
number
demon.
1 and 2.
Demon.
Number 2.
You're number 2. It's you.
Okay, no, I'm saying 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Romeo number 1, High number 2. I think this is
who would've thought?
undisputable. I think Romeo's playing the best game. High's playing the second best game. I think that Romeo has much more win equity than anybody right now. I think Romeo is easily the person who has the most win equity. I think High and Omar are kind of tied with winner equity. They both have a shot, but I don't know.
I'm mad that you put Romeo at 1 before me. That's gonna suck.
Lamau, get wrecked. L plus ratio. You're racist. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm being different, okay, because I believe
so
this.
different.
I'm not. I don't have High in the top 2.
You're so quirky.
No, bro, shut up.
You're
'cause I
literally
actually
so quirky.
think this.
You're
Guy's
so
not-
quirky. You're so quirky.
Guy's not like other Survivor podcasts.
Yeah, I'm not like other Survivor podcasts. Anyway, so I had to put Dre in the top 2, obviously. So Dre is number 2, Romeo's number 1.
Right.
Romeo's playing the best game right now, but I don't like that because I don't like him because he's not that big of a character. But he is playing the best game right now. And then Dre is kind of like his sidekick, I guess. So I put Dre at number 2.
Cool.
All right.
But I want Dre to stay longer than Romeo. I hope she stays.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
She's your
number
bae.
two
We
is a
got
little
it.
bit wishful
obviously.
thinking, but I did put her at number 4 so I can understand what you're saying. Like, if she doesn't flame out at the merge, she's set. I just think she has like a 50-50 shot at
But
flaming out at the merge.
the reason why I have her number 2 is even though like Romeo's like more in charge, she's the more threatening player. So
Right. I mean, but I think that only serves her game worse.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's why I have her number 2 now.
They've also shown her to make a lot of mistakes. So
Right.
far.
Exactly. And I feel
Romeo,
like
they haven't shown
that's-
made mistakes.
Like, my top 3 is
I mean,
always
he's
people
gay,
who I
so I
think
mean-
could-
Whoa, Scott.
Whoa. Okay.
mistake
Not even
was
hiding
like-
it. Okay. Okay.
I
I
don't know
respect
what
the
you mean.
openness.
This guy is joking. We love gay people. Just not those type of gay people.
These people who do not speak for my channel's values. No. Okay. All right. Top 2 for you, Bitter.
Top 2. See,
Marianne
this is how much
And Marianne again.
This is how much I love gay people. They're my top 3. So I got
yeah.
High at 2
You
and
love
Omar
so
at
gay
1.
People so much that he's gay.
What? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Do you like? I mean, I don't know. Kind of sounds a little.
Yeah. Okay, good.
All right, so Omar, High's at 2, but they didn't really show much of High until he was needed in that episode. Like, he was integral to showing in that episode, so he had to get a lot of screen time.
Right.
Otherwise, he was kind of, nothing was going for him really. So I really need to see another episode with High.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to see another episode where High has to go to tribal and see how good he is when it's not a blatant, obvious betrayal of what's
Right.
happening to him. And then I got Omar at 1 just because he sucks, but he's also
because he sucks.
he fits perfectly with the kind of player that Survivor wants to win now. He's also savvy enough. He did lose his vote because he couldn't read that Chanel was a moron, which you can't blame him. It was really hard. I couldn't tell Chanel was a moron too.
Right.
I had her pretty high in my rankings till then. So if he says Chanel, you're a moron at merge, he'll go up in my books, and then I'd be
No,
supportive
you
of
go
him.
down in my books on the power rankings. That's stupid to tell anybody.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying up in my respect books.
Oh, in your respect books.
Yeah,
Okay.
my second book. My
But then
first book is
he-
rankings.
But
Yeah.
you
What is their
admit
third
that
book?
you'd be worse off.
Yeah, but I don't talk about that book.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa. Wait. Hold up.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't talk
whoa,
about it, so
Whoa.
what's in the
Whoa.
book?
Whoa.
Right.
That's good. What do you
I
mean?
said I
by-
don't talk about it. First rule
What do you
of
mean
third
by-
book, you don't talk about third book.
Okay.
What do you mean by that? Okay. That's okay. We have all of our top things. Is there any other comments you guys will make before we head off the air? Oh, there's a lot of phone notifications.
Bro, what the heck was that?
Sounds like you're starting up like GameCube over there.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Go ahead. Anything? You guys have anything for the season?
Season, it's better. Yeah.
Quite
But
the
don't
life-changing
mistake
season.
better with good.
I mean, I think it's good right now.
Okay, I think
it's
it's
entertained me enough.
Objectively good season right now.
Like everyone's allowed to have their opinion, right? I'm not saying you can't love a season that I hate. So I know a lot of people think that where I'm like, oh,
But,
you
Well,
can't
no,
like-
wait, okay, wait. Do you
but
like the
if you
season,
do,
though?
but if you do, then you're gonna get arrested. Go ahead.
no,
wait,
no. If you do though, I'll lose respect for you. But like, I still understand.
Wait,
why.
no. I actually want do you like the season or like do you like dislike the season? Like, do you actually?
I'm
like, dislike
indifferent about this season. I'm very like, It's like, all right.
This kid, bro. Like,
I was thinking like in the future. I'm like, I was being honest when.
what are you doing?
When Spencer had his video, this is the best. This could be the best season ever. I said this. I said in his comments that this could be the top of my least favorite seasons ever.
Yeah.
Then I definitely see it could be like top of the bottom 5.
Well, I think like I think it is
no
a good
shot,
season.
bro.
Like
You're
right now.
actually off the perk, bro. You actually
Like there's been cool
you,
things
like-
that happen, like the
took an extra
loadout.
Flintstone vitamin, bro. What the hell?
Okay, well,
bro?
it's like if you're comparing, to,
That's
like,
how
the
I-
greatest
that's how I
seasons,
defeat-
if you're gonna compare it to the greatest seasons of all time, then yeah, no, shit,
No,
like
I'm
it's not
I'm
gonna be like.
I'm comparing it to like every season.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying like
guys. He said it's gonna be a bottom 5 season. bro.
No, see you're thinking
Top
negative.
of
I
your
said
bottom
top. I
5.
said top. There you go. That's way more positive.
That's
Dude,
still a bottom 5
I
season.
just if it goes the way it is right now, there's no way it's like even a bottom 10
what-
season.
yeah.
Yeah,
it-
for
it-
you guys, not for me.
Okay, well,
a
I want to know
bottom
like why
5
you don't
season
think it's
bitter, a
like
bottom
good
5
right
season.
now. Like,
Okay, so like I
bitter.
agree. There's been some that tribal was interesting and kind of fun, but I don't care about the characters at all.
Bottom 5 season bitter.
what's your
Thailand.
bottom 5 right now?
No, I know One World will always be at the bottom.
Right.
Then Redemption Island's down there,
Mhm.
Right.
and then I haven't seen 39 or
Apart?
38. That's the only 2 seasons I haven't seen, and
39
they
would
could be
probably
in there.
in your bottom. Yeah. Trust me. Just trust me.
Game Changer sucks.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, but like,
And,
if
and
those are your
41,
bottom
41
it's-
sucks.
But
if
it's
those
not
are
a
your bottom 5 seasons, then no, 42 is not going to be in the bottom
42 is
5.
not even coming close to those seasons.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit above it.
If
Mhm. Well,
Worlds
then again, he likes
Apart-
Thailand.
Hold
so
on.
it's hard to-
Pause. If Worlds Apart is in your bottom 5,
I love Worlds
Your-
Apart.
Huh?
Worlds
you
Apart
said
was
it-
great.
Okay, and on that note,
Oh, I thought you
what is
meant
going
One
on?
World.
And you
My
guys can
bad.
hate my opinion. People can like, oh, Bitter likes Thailand and One World, so his
Well,
opinions
exactly.
don't
It's not
matter.
gross
Oh, no,
on
no,
hands
no.
for
I
that.
like
It's
One
not
World.
gross
No,
on
no,
hands.
I agree with you on that. I like One World. I just don't like Thailand.
No, I don't
think
like
One
One
World's
World.
great.
I meant Worlds Apart.
I mean, Worlds Apart. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Worlds Apart.
One World sucks.
Skylander.
Yeah, Skylander.
What's
That's
going
me.
on in the Skylander universe? Well,
I did 2 live streams back to back on Friday and Saturday, so there was that. So I might live stream more often. Yeah,
because we make more money.
and I ate
doing
some
live streams.
watermelons during the stream. So.
Thanks, Spencer, for pointing that out.
I made some watermelons. I mean, I ate some watermelons during the stream. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, right. Yeah, it was pretty delicious actually. Quite.
Vitamin-
RPM is
vitamin-
actually
vitamin
correct
C.
on live streams.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed them quite a lot. But
A side
that was
note,
the-
Sky, is it true that the RPM is bigger on live stream, or is that like a myth?
I don't check. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not checking like
Okay.
stats like constantly. Like,
No, just a little quick thing.
I mean,
and
I'll,
the bitter-
I'll check for you right now if you want me to.
Sure, yeah. Bitter. What's going on in the bitter universe? What's over there?
No, there's a lot going on. I'm
The Bitterverse
I'm ready to
retire.
Yeah, I kind of am ready to retire. I'm also ready to just ruin everyone else's career too. So it's like you got to battle between those two.
Who are you gonna go after?
I'm just messing. I would never want to ruin someone's career, but I would like to ruin their reputation.
But I'm saying would you go after Peridium first? Like who would you go after
Oh,
first? You've already done RHAP.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Jeff Probst.
Yeah, Jeff Probst ruined his own reputation. I just get so tired of this. This is why I left the first time. I get so tired of the fake positivity in the community.
Right.
Did you say if RPM is higher or lower on live streams? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
It's let me see. It's
Like,
it's way
slightly
lower.
higher?
It is.
Way lower. Really?
Wait, hold up. Actually,
Okay.
Actually, no, it might not be. I'm going between 2
Okay.
videos right now, so it's kind
Let
of.
me know. After we go off the air.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's it, guys. In your universes, go check out their channels. They'll be in the if you go to my channels and you go to channels on my channel, it's kind of weird, but yeah, then you can find these guys' channels plus Underdog, the guy who never shows up because he always has baseball practice. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.